Hey Capricorns, and welcome to your August 2017 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead as we go into some really crazy and exciting, unprecedented energies here in August. First off, I hope that you guys have been able to subscribe to my channel, and if you have, you can scroll down and right to the right of the subscribe button, you can hit the bell icon, which will enable your YouTube account for notifications, so whenever I post, it will notify you, and you'll be able to see when I post some new exciting content coming up that I have planned for this month, for the rest of the year. But first things first, I'm here to give you this great monthly tarot reading, which is one of my favorite things to do for you guys because you guys are amazing to me, and I just love my Capricorn people so much. And you know, you're still in that place of transition. You're still pushing through, and I can very personally relate to you guys because I've been here. You know, as a Scorpio, Saturn's been through my sign, and Saturn's come into a place where it's working up to being in y'all's sign. So we're getting ready. You're in a place where you're preparing for that. And you know, for everyone collectively, it's kind of a strange, slow period of time. So Saturn is stationary right now. It's in Sag, as I always talk about. And that means that people seem to be getting away with a lot. People seem to be getting away with murder. You can very easily find yourself in a codependent relationship or past a breakup where you have no closure. You can find yourself in a place where you seem to be taking on the consequences of other people. And this is especially true for Capricorns because you're right in a place where the karma that you've taken on as a person is sort of being decided. It's like you have a few more months here to set your intentions, to set your vibration and what it is that you want to receive back. So I feel that for Capricorn, you're being tested. You're being held to the fire. Some of your fears have come true just to see how you would react. You know, are you going to seek retribution? Are you going to get back at somebody? Are you going to not own up to your authenticity? Are you going to throw your ego out of control? Like Saturn energy is kind of taking note right now. Like, how are these Capricorns doing? I'm just about to get into Capricorn, which is my favorite sign. You guys are ruled by Saturn. It is your ruling planet. So in that way, you have an advantage over every other sign when Saturn goes through your sign because it's Saturn's favorite place to be. Saturn does not too much care for being in Sagittarius. It's not its least favorite place, but it's Jupiter's sign, and Saturn doesn't so much like Jupiter, so it's been a little bit mad and has been throwing a few fits here in Sagittarius. So it might be a little bit strict on what it's holding you accountable for during this time. So you really have to think about where you want to be. Where do you want to be in the next 30 years of your life, really? And obviously, depending on the age of you, the viewer watching this video, you should be able to look back 30 years ago and see a similar theme and see some kind of character progression within yourself that had come to the same place. Oftentimes you can look back to 30 years ago and see a lot of wisdom and draw a lot of wise conclusions to help yourself navigate where you are right now. But though, for those of you viewers who were like really young 30 years ago, maybe you're not even 30, or maybe you were only, or maybe you were like 10 years old or under when you didn't really have a lot of control of your circumstances, or you even, I don't know, you know what I mean. You'd have to be about like 50 years old, I think, to really grasp firmly and strongly your energy 30 years ago. But yeah. And then for those of you who are like young, think of like where you want to be 30 years from now. So if you're like 25 years old, think of where you want to be when you're 55. And because that's what Saturn's about. It's about the long run. It's about the goals that we have for the entire span of our life. So it's okay for it to not be too solid, but you just have to sort of think about, like, am I portraying myself in a way that looks good on me 30 years from now? Am I doing anything that would matter 30 years from now? Am I caring about things that will impact me 30 years from now? If the answer is no, Saturn usually starts constructing all of these future possibilities and energetic routes that we can take on our path that like show us, you know, you need to think about it. You got to think about where you're going to be. You got to think about, you know, again, and then depending on your age, it's like, did I do something that mattered 30 years ago? And then Saturn starts saying, okay, well, now we need to think about where we were 30 years ago. But then if you're younger, it's like, we got to think about where we're going to be. And if we're not, we're going to have all these situations that make us think about it. And usually through some kind of very visceral, difficult seemingly untranscendable situations. So yeah, and that's not here for you guys yet, but Saturn is like, I'm stationary here in Sagittarius as I speak to you right now from this reading, and I'm ready to get to Capricorn. I don't like it here in Sagittarius, so it's like it's about to like start speeding up and getting towards Capricorn, so it's going to be here soon. So now over the next few months throughout the rest of 2017, start preparing yourself, Capricorns, for where we want to be, because what I'm seeing in your reading is this big transition, and even a potential to think, no, this is where I've been for so long, I just need to stay still, I need to not try to escape this. And that may very well be the case, but it's the case if you like being this way 30 years from now. But we need to be in a transitional place if we don't like where we are 30 years from now, being where we are now. And obviously it's near impossible to predict 30 years into the future, but we just sort of have to think about like momentum and energetic momentum of where we're going. So another theme that I see for you guys this month, to sort of jump off of the Saturn theme, is not really understanding what is organic. Queen of Pentacles comes up for you guys so often, and I mean, obviously that's representative of my female Capricorn viewers, and also the more passive aspect of the male Capricorn viewers as well, or potentially any female love interest that any Capricorns who are watching may be having right now. It seems that things are falling out of favor. Maybe you feel like you're not able to embrace your nature, your more stability-oriented, security-oriented earth sign nature. Also, there might be a feeling like it's hard to embrace what is natural in your life. Maybe you feel a little bit artificial, or you feel like things are fake or a little bit plastic around you, and you're sort of wanting to have like a back-to-earth type of experience. It does feel like it would be really good to travel soon. You do have Six of Swords in your reading, so I think that it might be good to go somewhere where you're not so constrained by technology or by really urban environments, because Capricorn really needs that earthy surrounding to recharge their batteries. So that would be good to do in August. I feel like a lot of you will do that, because you do have Judgment in your reading, so there's like this rejuvenation or transformation that comes in. And with Queen of Cups as well, it feels to me that you're doing something to recharge your batteries. And if you haven't considered that, it does seem a little bit imperative. So just do what you can. Any other intuitive messages for Capricorn? There is something that I feel needs to be kind of let go of, or something that is ending. For those of you who are struggling to get over somebody from your past, maybe you've had the breakup in the last few months or even the last year, and you're still kind of stuck in that phase of coping. It does feel like this month can give you what you need to finally move on and to finally open up new aspects of yourself to really give birth to just the new version of yourself that has really been trying to reach the surface ever since I started my channel almost a year ago now. So that's really great for me to see within you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and look at this from the week to week and see more specifically what's coming forward. In the first week, you guys have Six of Pentacles reversed, rooted down by Six of Swords reversed. I feel like this is the week where you realize like what your relationship status is. If you're together, you understand whether you can stay together or whether the relationship has to end. So yeah, so those of you who are coupled, like you know whether it can continue, or you know whether you have to have the breakup. There's something like really specific that proves someone's love for you, or proves that someone just can't be with you anymore in the first week. For those of you who are single, I feel like you have a moment with yourself where you understand whether you're ready to be with somebody again, or you understand that you need to just be with yourself for a bit longer. There's a lot of movement happening with that kind of energy. Again, you guys could be traveling. You guys could even be moving in with somebody. Some of you may have started the relationship and it's moving really quickly. Six of Swords often represents moving in with somebody, or being really quick to move in with somebody. Some of you could be moving back in with family. That's possible. Because it feels to me that you're moving somewhere where the relationship dynamics don't seem very fixed, or you don't really know how to respond to people, or you're afraid that people are like saying one thing to you and they're expecting something else, like they can't be very assertive. It seems like there's a struggle with assertive people in the first week, and people who can't be assertive, but they want their words. It's not really the best place to be. So I feel like there has to be something that you walk away from in the first week. or you have to like be planning for the future. If it's not realistic to change your location right now, which it could be hard for some of you because of Saturn being stationary right now, you have to really think about, like, can I stay here? Is this the optimum place for me to be? Where do I need to be in the future? And that really has to be like based off of the cycles that are going on with, relating to communication in your life. How have people communicated with me? How have I communicated with other people? How has that created this difficult relationship dynamic that I'm experiencing? And how can I motivate to a place in the future where that doesn't have to be the case? What did I need from this? What did I need to prove to myself through this? Those are all good questions for the first week. In the second week, I feel like you're more surrounded by other people. You have Queen of Pentacles reversed, rooted down by Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is also like two cards that represent you sometimes. That's the traditional female Capricorn energy and younger male Capricorn energy below it. So it feels like you're integrating parts of your personality, because obviously, regardless of whether you're male or female Capricorn, you have all of those energies within you. It just is in different percentages. So there might be a need for you to like really integrate the more passive, more nature-seeking, more slow-moving earth energy in you, and integrate that with the more quick-moving, like assertive, structure-oriented, and like structure-creating energy. So it's like some of you might be relying too much on rest or needing too much rest and sleep to recharge your batteries, and there's a need to like energize yourself from a new source. Some of you could be taking on a new project with Knight of Pentacles, and there's a message that you have to really like cross your T's and dot your I's, because there could be a slight tendency to move too quickly. And also relating to moving in with somebody, you might want to be careful about how quickly you're choosing to do it, or even changing location in general. If it's really permanent, like you got to be careful about making very permanent decisions right now. It's okay to go on like vacations, and it's okay to have quick spontaneous experiences, but it's not so good to be impulsive in the long term right now. And I feel like those are just the decisions you have to make. There might be people around you who are other earth signs trying to influence you as well. And there's definitely a message that we have to only be influenced by ourselves during this month. In the third week, you guys have Page of Cups reversed, rooted down by Judgment. It seems like you're having a completely new emotional rebirth here. All of the structures that represent your emotional patterns or cycles of the past have changed. So basically that means that the things that used to set you off, or the things that used to trigger an emotional reaction within you, no longer do. And this can be kind of a scattering thing, because it's normal for humans to find stability in what their emotional triggers are. And if that changes too quickly, people can just kind of lose their mind a little bit. So you really just have to take it in stride. If you're not having the expected emotional reaction to whatever variable experience, there has to be like okay, how does this make me feel? Why does it make me feel this way? And there also has to be like, that's fine. It's totally fine that makes me feel that way. Maybe some of you aren't that hurt when your spouse files for divorce, but you think, I should really be hurt by this, so I'm going to make myself be hurt by this. That's not good here. Some of you may be like happy about being fired from your amazing job or something, but you think, no, this isn't something I should be happy about. I need to make myself feel hurt over that. Definitely, August is a month for you Capricorns where you rewire your emotional reactions, and you have to like go through on that instinct. If you're happy about being fired, maybe that's just the energy that you needed to get an even better job, or to get an even more fulfilling job. If you're happy about the divorce, maybe it really just was like a need for celebration for that to end. And that seems kind of funny to me, and like maybe y'all are laughing. I hope that you are, but maybe you need to celebrate the endings instead of feeling like you have to be sad about them. This could also be the beginning of a relationship for those of you who are single with the water sign energy. So especially like Cancer, I usually see with Page of Cups, but it can be Pisces and Scorpio as well. It could be that you get a new chance that you never thought that you would get, and it seems like something that you need to at least test the ground, only if you're not with somebody already. Because this month is like a very karmic month for you guys. Like what you set up here will come directly back. So if you're trying to be like fake or anything, it comes back very quickly to you. But yeah, the third week I feel is the best week of the month. It could also be the fourth week though, where you have Queen of Cups rooted down by the World reversed. Again, this adds on to that emotional evolution that is happening within you. This could be by being around more passive water signs, where you see how like water signs are evolving, or you see how to shape something more empathetic within yourself, because I know that that's been really important for all earth signs in the recent past, is to shape an environment that is more empathetic, to understand where people are coming from, and through being able to develop that ability, actually understanding where you're coming from. And it's like a huge surprise once you finally realize like what you actually ever wanted in the first place. And that being rooted down by the world, it's like it's been a long time coming. I think that the fourth week shows you what you want. I think that Capricorns haven't really known what they want. I think that you haven't really been able to find a huge drive or a huge aspiration. And even if you have, it's been like, how do I make this happen? It feels so impossible to make this happen in my life. Through gauging a more empathetic structure with yourself, you're actually shown the way that you can make it happen, or you're shown what you need to make happen in the first place. So that's really beautiful for me. And with Ace of Cups also being your central theme, that's really good. That's energy of a new relationship coming in. Again, that can also just be comfort. It can be your cup flowing over, any kind of like dopamine release in your body of feeling like happy, feeling calm, feeling soothed. Although it is reversed, so you could feel like drained, or you could feel like all this happiness or fulfillment that you're feeling right now is like too much and it has to leave, and you think, okay, I need to like pace myself here with this happiness. I can't feel too happy, otherwise I'm going to not have any in the future. It's okay just to feel happy here, Capricorns. You've got to take your small gains where you can get them above all else, because your eyes are opening to something this month. Your eyes are opening to cycles and control dynamics in relationships. You're having opportunities for new relationships, and most importantly, you guys are finally understanding what you actually want. So make sure that you are prioritizing that, and make sure that you are like getting it down on paper, because these types of things can really flow in and flow out if we're being too like ethereal with them. So definitely solidify them. You guys are good at that type of thing. I love you guys. I hope that this reading was good. If you have any questions or would like further clarification, you can always book a private reading with me. That should be to the left right now. You can also check out last month's reading in the center, and I so appreciate your subscribes, likes, and comments. And I am looking forward to reading for you guys again in September. Much love. Bye.